Jazzy Red Talk Show, and I'm your host, Jazzy Red. And look who we got. We got Miss Paulette Harden here, the author of 4 books, and co-wrote the 5th for her with her husband about Central High School. We've been missing you, Paulette, but I'm gonna bring this mic around and let Paulette do her thing. She's gonna tell you something.
Okay. How's everyone doing? Okay, and I've been missing everyone. I've been doing a lot of traveling, and now you know that I've retired, officially retired full time, but I still do some portions of nursing every now and then. And I would like to share with your viewers, out of all the things that you can do in life, I want to provide some encouragement. I love Mobile. I love the people of Mobile. But I want to share with you that something that happened to me when I was 17 years old. In order to get in college, you have to make at least 17 on your ACT, or you can get 15 if you're, maybe a better student. I had perfect attendance from the 8th grade up until the 12th grade. I never missed a day. But I was always a C student. Many people feel like I may have been an A student, but I was always a C student. And I took my ACT test, and I made a 2, and that's TWO. And you have to make a 17 or 15 to get in college. And when I applied to nursing school, I always wanted to be a nurse ever since I was 6 years old. And I was turned down in everywhere that I applied. I was turned down. So, and the reason I say this is because I don't feel like I'm the only one in that situation, because there are people out there, they have their minds set on being a doctor, a lawyer, or a secretary, but they didn't make the grade. I failed. It is nothing wrong with failure. Nothing you do in your life is going to be 100%. But God, just because you have it all planned out, what you want to do in life, it doesn't always work out the way that you want it to be, but God got something better for you. And don't feel that when you're trying to do something in life, you feel that no one is encouraging you, no one is giving you a pat on the back, where are your friends? The only person you can depend on is the good Lord. He's always with you, and you can talk to him 24/7. And I talked to the Lord, and I always wondered why I can't seem to be a nurse. And that's all I ever wanted, to be a nurse. But God had something better for me. I took the scenic route. And I went to Bishop State, and I went to the University of South Alabama. So I thought I was on a clear track. But I went to the University of South Alabama, and I flunked out with a .49 average. Now that's F. That's just a middle F. Okay, and I asked the president of the University of South Alabama, because first I was suspended. First I was suspended, and then I was terminated from the college. And I just couldn't learn. It seemed like my mind had shut off. So I went to the president of the University of South Alabama, and I asked if I could have another chance. And he said no. So what I did, I remember driving down to Dauphin Island, and I just sat in the sand and I cried, because I felt like I didn't have nothing to offer. I don't know why I couldn't learn, but my mind just shut off to the point where I couldn't learn. But for some reason, I always felt that I could be a nurse. So what I did was, I had gotten married. I married a person that was wonderful to me, who encouraged me, and I said I wanted to be a nurse. And I was working in a doctor's office one day, and the spirits told me, it's time for you to go back to nursing school. And I took that, and I went back, and they said, well, you've applied at the right time because we have a special program for people who have flunked out and want to come back. And when I came back, although I was married with 2 children, I did not have the problems that I had before. So I did graduate in 1986. I did become a nurse. I served the Mobile County Health Department for 25 years, and I retired recently, and now I can look back, and I want to share that experience because I know I'm not the only one who's looking for a career and they can't seem to make it. But I want you to know is you have to be strong. You cannot be lazy. Get up off the sofa. Stop complaining about what you don't have. Look at what you do have. You have your eyes, you have your ears, you have your brain. You have more than what you think you got. And I want to encourage you, get up off the sofa, stop complaining about what somebody else got and you ain't got. Make a goal for yourself and see you got to start from scratch. Don't feel like when you start on a job that you're going to make more than the manager. Don't make more than the manager. You're not going to make more than the manager who's been there 20 years and you just started last week. You have to learn to crawl. Don't think that everything's going to be handed to you on a silver platter. That's not the case. And don't think that you can steal your way to happiness. You cannot be stealing, and you know what stealing is. Things that's not yours. Don't feel like you can sell drugs and get a car. It's not going to work. It's a downhill journey. And don't feel like you're going to sell your body and own a business one day. It's not going to work. So I encourage you with all my heart, find out who you are and work with what you got because you are special in God's eyes.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Put that in your pipe and smoke that. All right? Because, I was feeling that. Ain't nobody going to give you nothing, Paulette. No. Nobody going to give you nothing. People are giving people because I'm a giving person. But if you go and try and get something, somebody might give you something, might help you. And that happens all the time. Name the books you got published.
Okay. My first book was, and this is the reason God wanted me to work extra hard because I learned a lot along the way. The Davis Avenue Story, which can be purchased on Sage Avenue at English Books and Gifts. And I want to encourage your readers to go to English Books and Gifts and Benville Bookstore in downtown Mobile. They have the Avenue book. They have the very limited copies available. So in the morning, you may want to go to Benville Books and Gifts and get your copy. I also have In Memory of You, An Educational Legacy, which my late husband and we completed. And
In Memory of You is about what?
It's the history of everyone a school was named for. And they also have them at, Benville. You can find them at your bookstores. And I wrote the history of about Booker T. Washington, death in 60 days. I found out that he did not die a natural death. And I will always stand by my research. I always stand by everything I research because I researched it myself. And I saw it myself. Okay? And also we have Treasured Memories, the beginning of an era. And that's the history of all the Black Baptist churches founded by 1945.
All right. Thank you, Paulette. I hope you got something out of that. Jazzy Red, we love you. Peace out. Jazzy Red Talk Show. And y'all know Jazz is always out and about trying to find things that are enlighten my viewers, this plate was a gift to Jazzy. I was at a yard sale. I want to thank my little new friends on Carlin Street over by Murphy High School. I seen this plate and I said, oh, I know the stir on this plate. He said, you know what, you can just have that. And I said, well, I really wanted to buy. He said, you can have it, because I had bought some stuff, but I then told him the story of the shoemaker. The shoemaker, the Lord had come to him in a dream and said, I am coming to visit you. So the shoemaker got up the next morning, went to sweeping, mopping, cleaning up, getting ready for the Lord. A man knocked at his door, and he said, well, let me see who it is, because I got to finish getting ready for the Lord. So this man, he come in, and he said, the shoemaker looked down at him and said, sir, you don't have no shoes. Let me make you some shoes. So he made him some shoes, and he sent the man on his way. All right, the man left. So his next visitor, he was cleaning up, making sure everything's straight for the Lord. Because the Lord coming, it got to be clean. He said, you don't come in a dirty house. You got to come in a clean house. Shoemaker, making it clean. A lady knocked at the door. And she told him she was hungry. So when he set her down, he fixed her something to eat. And when he set her down, he looked down at her shoes. The shoemaker told her, said, while you eating, I'm going to make you some shoes. So he made the lady some shoes. So, okay, after he fed the lady and she got her shoes, she went on her merry way. All right. He getting ready. He said, it's getting late in the evening now. I know the Lord going to show up. I ain't left. I'm ready for him. A little boy knocked at his door, and the little boy was crying. And he said he was lost. And he seen the little boy needed some shoes. He said, I'm going to make you some shoes. I'm going to fix you something to eat. And I'm going to take you home because it's getting dark. I got to take you home. So he took the little boy home. After the little boy ate, he took him home. He come back. He said he waited a long time. He said, Lord, you told me you were coming, and I'd have missed my Lord. Trying to help other folks, I'd have missed my Lord. And he kept sitting there, and God talked to him and said, you didn't miss me. I visited you 3 times today. I was the man that you made some shoes. I was the lady that you fed and made some shoes. And third, I was the little boy that come to your door crying and was hungry and didn't have no shoes. So I visited you 3 times a day. And what you will get out of that? You know, it already said in the Bible that we're supposed to help people. Whatever you did for my brother, you done for me. Jazzy Red, we love you. Peace out.
Among the biggest obstacles that faced Mayor Algernon Johnson Cooper when he assumed office in September 1972 was to clear Pritchard of its $121,000 debt. More than 60% of its 41,578 residents lived in substandard housing. The annual median income of the 52% black city was under $5,000, and about 52.5% of its families were on welfare. Indeed, Pritchard's economic decline had been so severe since 1960s, some 5,793 of its citizens had migrated to Mobile, which surrounds it on 3 sides, and to other communities. Born in Mobile on May 30th, 1944, the third of 6 children of insurance executive Algernon J. and Gladys Cooper, J. attended St. Peter Claver Grade School in Mobile and Marmion Military Academy in Aurora, Illinois. He earned a bachelor's degree from the University of Notre Dame in 1966 and enrolled in New York University Law School. In 1967, he helped found the Black American Law Student School Association, which soon represented 80% of the nation's black students. He received his law degree in 1969. As a neophyte lawyer, Mr. Cooper was struck by the glaring contrast between legal services available to blacks and whites. Nationally, whites had 1 lawyer for every 700 persons, while the ratio for blacks was 1 in 7,000, 1 in 28,000 in the South. In southern Alabama, a single lawyer served about 300 100,000 blacks. Nowhere else in the nation was there a greater need for young black lawyers. So when he returned to Mobile in 1978 as an NAACP legal defense fund attorney, jumping into the legal battles over school desegregation, Jay Cooper became known among embittered whites as that nigger lawyer. Though he distinguished himself in the courtroom, he believed the greatest challenges for young people were in Southern politics. Thus, Mr. Cooper announced his candidacy for mayor on the steps of Pritchard's City Hall in August 1971. In both 1964 and 1968, 3 blacks had run unsuccessfully for the Pritchard City Council and for the post of mayor. Not one of them had received more than 1,700 votes. But Mr. Cooper was something new on the political scene. Armed with organizational expertise acquired on Robert F. Kennedy's campaign staff in 1968, the young, ambitious, pragmatist set up 3 campaign offices staffed with about 100 high school volunteers, plus friends who had cut their political eye teeth in Washington, New York, Ohio, and in states as far away as Minnesota. Threading through the campaign was the terse theme, "Together we stick, divided we're stuck." The boundaries of that togetherness extended up north, where Jay Cooper friends printed 60,000 pieces of campaign literature, then shipped the batch to Pritchard. Certain handbills were earmarked for the black community, while others, worded differently, went into the white neighborhoods. Campaign posters were carefully placed 13 feet above ground to prevent them from being defaced or torn down. In his speeches, Jay hammered away at Pritchard's high unemployment, poor housing, unpaved streets, open drainage ditches, weak law enforcement, long food stamp lines, city hall corruption, and the public's general discontent with Mayor Vernon O. Capps, who had held office for 12 years. Mr. Cooper insisted he cared about all of Pritchard's citizens and that he would help them save it from its decline as a viable city, bring competence to local government, expand social services, improve law enforcement, bring in federal programs, and attract private industry to boost job opportunities. The young attorney won endorsements from the Mobile Beacon, a black newspaper, and the Mobile Press Register, a white daily, which endorsed only one other candidate in the field of 7 running for mayor. It was the first time in Mobile's history that the Press Register had endorsed a black man for public office. But on election day, whites boycotted the polls in droves. Only 7,646 of the 15,707 eligible voters cast ballots in the August 1972 March nonpartisan election. Blacks were harassed at the polls. Either blacks poll watchers were not permitted to observe closely the signing in of the voters, thus making challenges difficult, or illiterate black voters were denied in the booth, assisted for Mickey Mouse reasons. While Mr. Cooper polled 3,587 votes to Capps' 1,762, his failure to receive a majority of the votes cast, as required by law, forced a September runoff. Meanwhile, because Mobile County officials extended voter registration an additional 25 days, Mr. Cooper organized a new drive to sign up at least 1,000 more black voters and thus wipe out the 55 to 45% edge which Pritchard's whites held over blacks. The imbalance had been partially because of the city had 1,900 more voting age whites. On the first registration day, Cooper's staffers carried 400 candidates to the registration sites, but officials slowed up the 8 a.m. to noon process by permitting only 8 persons to register at a time. Thus, only 300 candidates became voters that day. Despite the annoying delays, about 2,000 new voters were eventually registered. More than 1,300 were taken to the registrar's office by Cooper's campaign workers. Even so, he won the runoff by only 544 votes out of 10,648 cast, to become the first black mayor since Reconstruction to defeat a white incumbent in a major Alabama city. Almost immediately, 3 white members of the 5-man city council seized control of important municipal committees from the minority faction led by the mayor, countermanded orders he had given to department heads, then called a closing meeting to discuss his powers. Mayor Cooper insisted his powers were non-negotiable, that only he had day-to-day control and supervision only clerical personnel, firemen, policemen, building inspectors, street and sanitation employees, etc. He promised to obtain a court injunction if the city council persisted in interfering with his administration. The new mayor's confrontation with the council was only the first of a series of obstacles he had to hurdle. His 49-member police force had only 4 blacks, all of whom were assigned exclusively to black neighborhoods. Pritchard's 40-man fire department had more equipment than man to handle it, and the sanitation department operated inefficiently. But the young mayor did not believe Pritchard's problems could not be turned around. He was optimistic because the city is only 8 minutes from the nation's 7th largest seaport, within 10 minutes of 2 major airports, and is located on 2 major interstate highways. Very early in his administration, he persuaded the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development to list Pritchard as one of 8 cities requiring special attention. But Mayor Cooper has already shown that skillful political organizing can overcome voters' apathy and discriminatory voter registration and even poverty. He is impressed with black political potential in the South. Whites don't really believe we have enough political sophistication to take over. Mayor Cooper observes, we have the rest of this decade to prove them wrong.
Mayor Cooper of Pritchard, Alabama. A legacy. Gabriella Gigi. This face here is the little baby that we're going to be helping here. Everybody call her Gigi. Gigi had been flown off to a hospital, and you, my TV viewers, you know how I appreciate you all for helping in the past. We're going to help this baby. They got some raffle tickets, and I got some information when I come back. Jazzy Red, we love you. Peace out. Jazzy Red Talk Show. This is the grandmother to little Gigi. Her name is she gonna have to tell you Miss Burks. That's all I know. Y'all know Jazz be tired trying to go to work, so I'm gonna take this mic over here to her, and she's gonna tell you about the situation.
All right. Hello, my name is Belinda Burke, and I'm a grandmother of Gabriella, but everybody knows her by the name of Gigi. Gigi, to give you a little background, Gigi was born at 22 weeks. She was called a micro preemie. She only weighed 11 ounces when she was born. And she had her ups and downs, but she made it. So she's been going through a lot, and a lot of people follow her on Facebook. Right now, Gigi was in the USA Women and Children Hospital July the 2nd, where she had emergency surgery and had 90% of her intestines removed, and they only gave her 48 hours to live. Well, Gigi came through that, and she had really good quality help at the university hospital with the nurses and staff. And while she was there, the staff people came so close to her, so they knew her favorite song was Uptown Funk. And every time they would come in there, they would sing it to her till they eventually bought her a tape, and they would play that song. And then there's one particular physician who taught Gigi how to do this roll tide motion. All right, so when she came to a point where the USA couldn't do more for her, so they had to fly her to Arnold Palmer Hospital, Women and Children in Orlando, because they're the only closest place that did pediatric transplant. There's only a few in the United States that do pediatric, so that was the closest. So right now we're up against a lot of medical bills and stuff. So my daughter and I and some of her friends, we'll put together a raffle where we're going to be raffling off tickets for a $50 gas card. And we're asking that if any of you are able to help us, we appreciate it. And one other note, too, I should say
How much
that
are the tickets?
the tickets are only going to be $2. And we're going to put out flyers where you can purchase them. And the drawing is going to be on October the 31st here on the Jazzy Red Show. And it's going to be which will be like Halloween. So that'll be a good trick-or-treat gift for someone.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let me stop. Okay, now, Jazzy Red Talk Show, we got one of her cousins back there running the camera. Hey, what's your name, girl?
Carla, they call me Buttons.
Carla, they call her Buttons. Y'all seen the picture of this baby, and we want to help. No, we'll show it. I'll show it. They done seen her. We gonna do this. You know, y'all got to help. Okay, you know, Jazzy don't ask all the time, and when it's something, this grandmother called me and told me about this baby, and y'all know I was gonna put on. Bishop Woods, I know you looking. Miss Grace Singleton Bolden, Pelicana Antiques. Thank you for all the contributions which y'all helped with trying to bury someone the other week. We've got to help this baby. So, what's a raffle ticket? That $2. That you can borrow that. I'll borrow it. I'll borrow and get one. Okay. Tell them we need a phone number though.
Okay, my phone number is 407-692-4441. But my cousin Carla Marzette is area code 251 442-4160.
All right, you're gonna give them a call, and we're gonna do this. We gotta help this baby. You know, last time we did it, now we were some troopers when we sent that baby to a UAB hospital up in Birmingham. We sent him to Rainbow Children's Hospital. Then we had to send him to UAB. He was having 20 plus seizures a day. I want to let you know he's doing fine. He's doing fine. He had one, maybe two, 1 in 6 months, and I mean that's doing great. I mean, and that was a couple of years ago, and y'all know we was helping that baby. The church on Houston Street did a convoy to the house before she left, so I know y'all will come on and help. So we gonna help this baby, all of you all. I want you all. Y'all call me and talk. We're going to do this, okay? I'm going to want you to call in. Tell them God bless you.
God bless you, and thank you so
All right.
much.
All right, girl. Look, hit that button for me, girl. Jazzy Red, we love you. Hold on. Jazzy Red Talk Show, and it's a lady I've been seeing selling donuts a very long time. I would see her out at the flea market, and she's up on St. Stephen Road here. But is this Wilson Avenue or St. Stephen Road? Richard Lane and St. Stephen's. she really be out here trying to help with her business, and I'm gonna want you all to patronize. You know, $5 coupon, $5 a dozen, and you can't beat that, man. Them donuts I think was $11 or $12, something like that, at the store. But they got overhead. She's right here. She be out here, and it looked like it want to rain. And this sister's out here. We're gonna interview her, and we're gonna see what make her tick, what make her get up and want to go do this every day. Jazzy Red, we love you. Peace out. Jazzy Red Talk Show, and this is the sister. I'm finna give her the mic. She's gonna give you all the information, all the details, and maybe even a phone number. Girl, we'll have you delivering donuts in the rain, baby. Here, don't move. There you go. Talk.
Hi, my name is Calvatina Hampton. I am from the Mobile County area, and I am set up on Pritchard Avenue and St. Stephen's. And my motivation is my 4 kids, and besides that, just knowing that I can work for myself motivates me. And I love serving the public with the Krispy Kreme donuts because they are very expensive. And in our neighborhood, you know, these prices will really help out. So we may or may not go up maybe 50 cents because of the increase of, you know, everything over there, but not to hurt you, you know, only to keep prices as low as I can. But I love serving you guys. I love being out here, and I'm having a wonderful time. Okay, my telephone number if you want to reach me for coupons or delivery services is 251-391-3817.
All right. I want you all to come out and patronize this little sister. I see her a lot selling donuts and out here, and she got folk. I seen your kids at the flea market. Them babies be helping now. Don't think they don't be trying to get out there and help mama. And I seen them. I said, oh my gracious, that's a family that's pulling together. You know you're gonna make your babies business people. You know that, don't you? And they're gonna be selling, and we don't know what they'll sell, donuts or something, but they're gonna be business people. Entrepreneurs started when you were little. See, Jazz had a lemonade and Kool-Aid stand. Wasn't but 2 pennies a cup. But I was trying to make some money in the 60s. I'm going to tell you that we appreciate you because your donuts are cheap and they be fresh. And you dropping them babies off at school and then coming out here trying to do this. And people just got to, now you know her so you can connect with her. Come over and get some donuts because Jazzy Red just out and about. And I like seeing people that make a hustle. You be working. You hear me? Flea market out everywhere. So this is what it's about. Tell them God bless them and give them that phone number again.
God bless you guys. And again, my name is Calvatina. Telephone number is 251-391-3817.
All right, I just left the donut lady, but I wanted to show you her box. You have got to see it. All right, kids, y'all gonna say, ooh, I want the Halloween donuts. She got Halloween donuts. Y'all see that? I'm filming this at my car. I wanted you all to see that. I wanted the babies to see the Halloween donut. Y'all call that little sister and get some donuts here. All right, we helping her and her 4 kids. People always saying folks don't want to work. Yeah, they do. I find them all the time. So let's call and get some of them donuts. Jazzy Red, we love you. Peace out. Talk Show, and I'm your host, Jazzy Red. We're inside of Memorial Funeral Home. Now, the CEO is Bishop Cornelius Woods, and that's my bishop, but he's not here, so we've got an important dignitary that's going to tell you a little something about the business. He's also a reverend. Yeah, he's a reverend, so he's going to give you his name and give you a little information on the funeral home.
Yes, I am Pastor Kenneth Faison, the pastor of Rehoboth Outreach Deliverance Ministry in the city of Summerdale, Alabama. I consider myself somewhat fortunate to be employed here at Memorial Funeral Home under the leadership and direction of the Bishop Cornelius Woods. Very fine person to work for, very dignified, excellence with quality, has been a blessing, very educational, and very informational, just being in his presence. He's taught us here how to serve our families, which is a number one factor here, is to satisfy and give top quality service. It is an honor. This is the place to come. Should you need services at the time of your bereavement, we'll serve you very well. The phone number here is 251-457-6440. Feel free to call us at any time. We're here to serve you.
Now, since you're a reverend, I want you to say a prayer for my TV viewers and the little baby that
Yes.
is coming on the show. She came on before you, but say a prayer for all my people.
Yes. Father God, in the name of Jesus, right now we touch and we decree by the power of the Holy Ghost. We declare her healing and we declare blessings and strength for the people of God all across our nation. God, we thank you and we trust you in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank God.
All right. I want to thank you. I want to thank you, Red, for the prayer. And you are professional.
Well, bless you.
I mean, I've met you and I like your spirit.
Glad to.
All right. Tell them God bless.
God bless you and have a wonderful week.
Jazzy Red, we love you. Peace out. Jazzy Red Talk Show. And upon leaving, y'all know this lady here. She done been on my show so much. I asked her, I said, what are you doing? I know you're doing something. So she's going to tell you what she's doing. And I'm going to ask her, because I know you do so much in the community, girl. And feeding people is something. You brought some stuff by my house for some people. Whenever, if I call her, she coming. I mean, that's just her. She going to grab up turkeys and stuff. So I know you're doing something. So tell my viewers what you do.
Yes, ma'am. What I'm doing this year is I'm doing a dinner this year for the Pritchard Senior Citizens Complex over on Main Street. Last year we had a beautiful time. We had cooked a whole Thanksgiving dinner meal, and then we had served it to them. And then I had a surprise guest for them last year. It was Charles Bo Grant, Formula of the Platters. They enjoyed themselves.
Oh, I know they did.
And so this year we're doing the same thing again. We're going to have another surprise special guest for them this year. And then also we're working on our Christmas again. And we are thinking about doing the Ronald McDonald House this year.
Oh, that'll be
And so we got a bunch of stuff going on and everything. And then I'm still doing my seminars with speaking to survivors of domestic violence and abuse. So Women, Men in Christ, we are full of surprises.
Well, I'm telling you, do a lot. Now tell them how they can get in touch with you, because I wish some of it was on a Saturday, but I know you be running through the week sometime. But if it's on a Saturday, call me and I can bring my camera out and film. And I'd love to get some of them senior citizens dancing. That would be so great. If it's in the morning, I can come. It's in the mornings. Tell them. Give them a phone number where they can get it.
Okay. My number is 251-442-9039. My name is Shafonda Woods, President and Founder of Women, Men in Christ. And free to call me if you want to be a volunteer or either join the organization. You feel free to do. And that number again is 251-442-9039.
Now, I know if you call her, she coming. That's just it. I mean, I can tell her if somebody needs something, she'll say, let me try to put a box together. Let me get a turkey. Let me get some stuff together for them. This is the network that I have put together for as plumbers and electricians, to call me if you know somebody. I've got somebody that'll help us. People don't have a lot of money, and I just feel our elderly, I got to look out for them. I'm old too now. It's just that I'm working. I'm up there. Jazzy be 59 in January. It's just that I'm working and I'm able to help. But you run. So what inspired you to help people like you do?
What inspired me was my life, what I have been through down through the years. And also I have been a single parent. So I know what it's like to struggle to try to take care of bills and try to send children to school. And so that would inspire me. And then plus I love people. I love God most of all. And he gave me this inspiration to do this. And we've been doing the great works for about 4 years. And we just got through doing a back to school drive, our 4th year back to school drive. We joined forces with the Blount Alumni Association this year, and it was wonderful. We had done over 500 children, and it was a beautiful success. And yes, ma'am, then we're also doing our annual Easter egg hunt. It's coming up too. And so when that time comes, I will have a shout out to everybody to welcome their children and everybody to come. We have a beautiful time. It's like in a festival style. So it's something that no one had never seen, and we do it the old fashioned way, real eggs and everything. So I just, encourage everybody to love one another, love on one another. And it's a we thing. It's a community thing. And without each other, we can't do nothing. So I just love everybody, and y'all just continue to do what you do.
That's right. I'm gonna want you to get that phone number out one more time, because this is a lady to know here. Plus you work.
Yes, ma'am.
And plus you work. I mean, you work, and you work at night.
work in the daytime.
You work in the daytime? Girl, I thought you work at night the way you be rolling. I said, God. Now, you are some kin to Bishop Woods. How are you kin to him?
I'm his niece. I'm his third oldest niece, his sister child. And trust me, believe you me, when I say we are working people, we are working people. We are also giving people. Yeah. And then we all believe in the Lord. And I just thank God for everything that he does for us.
That's right. All right. Now, y'all see this family, all of the Woods, they're just giving people. They just got it in their genes. And what's Bishop Woods' mother's name?
His mom, as my grandmother, her name was Elizabeth Woods. That was her name, Elizabeth Woods, and she was the pastor of Prayer Tabernacle, and she the one that instilled all this greatness in us. And I just thank God to have a grandmother that instilled greatness in her children and her grandchildren.
So you see, ladies and gentlemen, giving is in your genes. If your mom did it, if your grandmom did it, or your aunt, and you are not doing it, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. We're supposed to get out and help. I know I don't get a lot of sleep sometimes. Now, when I lay down, I rest. But if it's something to do, like I worked 10 hours last night, I said, "Oop, it's Mr. Levitt coming by to fix my toilet, yay!" So I'm getting some work did tomorrow. So I'm just blessed, man. I get on up and then I'm out and about filming, and I just love the Lord. Girl, you want a donut? I got some Halloween donuts out there, girl. I got a donut lady. All right, Jazzy Red, we love you. Tell them again. Tell them God bless.
God bless you. The number again is 251-442-9039.
All right.
Girl, there comes a time in a man's life when he just can't, he just can't put up with it no more, baby. I want to tell you just how I feel about how you've been treated, the things you've been doing.
Got something on my mind that I want to tell you, baby.
Just listen.
Been together for quite some time. Every day I can't wait to see you, baby. And I enjoy the nights we spend out on the town. You know I'm there when you need me. Yes, I am. All you have to do is call. But it's a strange thing, honey. Some days I don't even see or hear from you at all. But I think back on all the times we shared. Yes, I do. All the love we made wasn't just a big mistake. It hurts me, but I realize just what I am. Yes, I am. Someone who's there when no one else is around. Oh, it hurts, but I know just what I am. Oh, I'm just your second name. Yes, I am. Sad to say, baby, but that's all I am. That's all I am. That's all I am. Oh, that's all I am. Listen, lately I've been thinking, but I really don't know what to do. Should I stay or should I leave you, darling? Or would it be wrong just for me to keep seeing you? Does it make me a fool? Oh, honey, to think that you in love with me and only me. Oh, when I know in the back of my mind I'm not the only one that you choose to see. Don't wanna let you go. No, I wanna be your only man, and I don't think that I can take it. Please don't ever leave. I just have to been thinking of you. Oh yeah, I can't wait to see you. I wanna hug, kiss you, and squeeze you too. Tonight you're number one, and here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have some fun. Oh, we're gonna dance till the morning comes. Oh, slip on that black dress, the one that looks so good on you. I wanna see you swing it to the right, then back to the left. Come on, see them hips wide, bring it to the I wanna see you swing it to the right, then back to the left. Oh, honey, see them hips wide, bring it to a low grind. Been making promises that I didn't keep. Tonight it's just you and me, baby. Oh, and no one could ever take your place. I like the way you make me feel. Oh, when we're dancing close, oh honey. So let's get dressed and go out to our favorite place. Oh, the one I like the most. So go and slip on that black dress, baby. You know I wanna see you do that dance. Hey, yeah. Right, then back to the left. Come on, see them hips wide, bring it to let me see you swing, baby. Right, then back to the left. Oh yeah, let me see them hips wide, bring it to a low. Won't you swing it to the right? Oh, swing it to the left. Just swing it. See them hips wide, bring it to a low. Swing it to the right, then back to the left. Let me see them hips wide, bring it to a low. Oh, you know we're gonna swing. Oh, slip on that black dress. You know I wanna see you do that dance. Oh, we're gonna swing. Right, then back to the left. Oh, baby. See them hips wide, bring it to a low. Come on and swing it. To the right, then back to the left. Come on and swing it now. Hips wide, bring it to I wanna see you swing. To the right, then back to the left. Let me see them hips. I wanna see you swing it, baby, swing it. Then back to the left. Let me see them hips wide, bring it to the low. Come on and swing it, come on and swing, come on and swing, come on and swing, come on and swing, come on and swing. Hey, hey, come on and swing, come on and swing, come on and swing, come on and swing. Oh, baby, yeah. Oh, to a low grind, swing it.
From the Soul Phonics Show and Band, playing keyboards, Mr. Alan Williams. On guitar, we got Mr. Reggie Smalls. Get it up. My name is Sylvester. Some call me Sly. And I am the bass. And we are Justice Show and Band.